All set to close out day number 4 of the 2022 Beijing Paralympic Winter Games. A very crucial draw coming up. And the featured game, Canada at 4-2, Slovakia at 3-2. The Canadians hoping to jump out of a 2-game slump, while Slovakia hopes to win its 3rd in a row. Alongside 3-time Paralympic gold medalist Sonia Gaudet, my name is Matt Cullen. Another long day for the Canadians with the morning draw, Sonia, and now in the evening draw in Beijing, but the pressure starting to mount.
It is. The leaderboard is getting tighter, and Canada is in for a big game today. After identifying some adjustments after their last game, and looking forward to the Slovakia game tonight in Beijing.
Welcome to this session of wheelchair curling.
女士们、先生们，这里是轮椅冰壶循环赛的比赛现场。
Let's give a round of applause to this session's competing teams.
让我们掌声欢迎本轮比赛的对阵双方。
On sheet A, Great Britain.
So there are the two teams fighting for position. Top 4 make the semifinals. Mark Idison, the skip of Team Canada,
On sheet B, Canada
hoping for a bounce-back performance. The Crystal City, Manitoba native Dennis Thiessen back in the lineup after a rest this morning. He should be fresh. Ina Forrest, the vice skip for Canada.
China versus United States
There
of
is
America.
John Thurston throwing last rocks for the Canadians at 37 years old. Let's meet the Slovaks. The 44-year-old lead, Monika Kukalova.
Versus Switzerland.
Veteran squad, Dusan Pitonak, his 3rd Paralympic Winter Games. Peter Zatko, the vice skip at 38 years old. And there is the skip, Radoslav Duris, the 47-year-old, competing in his 3rd Paralympic Winter Games as well. A Slovak team that's got off to a bit of a tough start at 1-2, but they have won 2 in a row, beating Great Britain 7-3, and then beating the South Koreans quite handily 7-2, and that's a point of concern for Canada, who lost earlier 9-4 against the Republic of Korea. So lots on the line in this one, and the Canadians looking for a bounce back after that hot start.
They are looking for some of those games that they had earlier on in the competition.
Games will begin in 1 minute.
So
Wheels may be cooled. Good luck and good curling.
1分钟后，比赛将正式开始。运动员可以给车轮降温，同时预祝各位运动员取得好成绩。
So the Slovaks have won the hammer. Canada won the hammer 5 games in a row. But the Slovaks, a combined last stone draw of 69 centimeters off of the button. Canada, 199. So a pretty convincing start for the Slovaks, who will throw the yellow rocks. Canada's had a couple of tough performances throwing yellows. So wearing the black uniform tonight with the red trim, throwing the red rocks. So off we go with draw number 11 in what feels like it could be a turning point for both of these countries in the Paralympic wheelchair curling competition. A win for Canada. They're off and running with a 5-2 record, but a loss would drop the Canadians to 4-3 and right in the middle of the pack, fighting for a semi-final spot. Very key turning point here, Sonia.
it certainly is a key turning point for both teams. And Mark starts the game off with a great draw. We heard Mark had a chance to have a rest and get a fancy new haircut yesterday in the village.
Free haircuts for all the athletes and staff. Can't go wrong with that.
Not at all.
This is the 44-year-old Monika Kunkalova, third Paralympic Winter Games, and one of Slovakia's Paralympic flag bearers in Beijing.
What are you throwing, Mark?
9.
Smooth 9?
Like the smooth 9. Probably a touch more, Ryan, I think. Yeah. Yes. I think it should behave here.
Yeah, I think so. You're in that 8 foot, so I think you'll hold line. We'll just finish up at the end.
Mark Idison from London, Ontario. His third Paralympic Winter Games as well. He was the top Canadian curler at 77% in that loss against South Korea, but already much more communication right from the start here with this Canadian team, who went pretty silent in the back half of the game against the Koreans.
Yeah, definitely notice a difference in their communication against Korea. So hopefully we'll see them back at their normal communication style and keep that feedback and that confirmation of weights and line. All really necessary communication between one another. Kind of felt like yesterday they just all sort of shut down there for a while.
Should run pretty good here, Dennis.
Canadian second, Dennis Thiessen. Third Games as well. Gold medal from 2014. And he should be fresh and rested.
He definitely should be.
Great line.
They're off to a good start.
Dusan Pitonak was part of Slovakia's wheelchair curling team that finished 6th in 2014, a 4-5 record.
13-9.
It's the best performance for Slovakia in its history.
Same turn.
Never made the medal rounds before, but are certainly in the hunt in Beijing with the 3-2
didn't
record.
do much at all.
What weight? 9?
Yeah. Yeah, same weight. I like the 9.
Throwing a 9-second hit. That's the
Good,
timing
good.
between
Good throw.
hog lines, and
Great toss.
Mark really not needing to take a lot of ice there at all. Noticed on Dennis's first shot that there wasn't a lot of movement.
Radoslav Juris holding the broom as the skip. Second stone for Pitonak. Says, everyone has a choice. I choose an active life even though I have a wheelchair.
9-8.
One of the many inspiring stories.
Dennis just didn't do much here, right?
Okay.
Contrary to South Korea from earlier on in day 4, Paralympic rookies, this Slovak team is experienced, most of them in their 3rd Paralympic Winter Games. They've competed at upwards of 7 World Championships, most of them as well.
Yeah, I definitely recognize the team.
A few familiar faces.
Absolutely.
Ina Forrest from just north of Vernon, British Columbia, one of the Canadian flag bearers at the opening ceremony, and one of the world's most decorated wheelchair curlers. 3 Paralympic medals in her career.
She arguably is one of the top female wheelchair curlers in the world right now. Solid and consistent player and a really supportive teammate. A really grounding personality, both on and off the ice.
This is the 47-year-old skip, Radoslav Duris, throwing third stones. He has over 150 matches in international curling in his career.
9-4.
Okay.
You're Ryan, I think.
Okay.
Duris 82% in the win over
9.
South Korea earlier on in the day. So coming in with confidence.
That's a good percentage.
Yeah.
Nice throw.
Good to good.
Yeah.
And the Slovaks did to the South Koreans what the South Koreans did to Canada, and that was steal. South Korea stole the first stole 3 of the first 4 ends against the Canadians, while the Slovaks, just a draw later, stole the first 5 ends.
Wow.
A steal of 1 in each to go up 5-0 after 5 ends, cruising to a 7-2 victory. So the Canadians have their hands full in what is, without doubt, their most important match in Beijing so far. And there's a miss from Duris.
We haven't seen this pass. Pretty fresh.
John throwing one to the wing now.
Good to nice and full.
We hear Mark saying good to good lots. And I'm thinking that's good on the broom, good weight. Nice to hear him say good to good after the throwers delivered the stone.
Peter Zatko, the vice skip for Slovakia, throwing 4th stones.
See what happens down here with Dennis's stones. They ran quite straight. Throwing a lot less weight though here.
Had his eye on that double takeout.
He sure did.
What are you thinking?
It was there.
Like the same path.
I like that.
13 1/4.
Yeah.
T-line weight is 13 1/4. So the team has confirmed.
Same throw. Good to just fall.
Thurston, 38 years old from Dunsford, Ontario. Throwing last rocks.
Really nice draw weight.
15-4.
So forcing the Slovaks facing 2 with their last stone.
Team got 13-4 on that stone, so T-line is more like 13 seconds.
Zatko 79% accuracy in the team's last win against South Korea. Needs to be in the 8-foot ring, maybe biting on the 4-foot ring to score 1. And that's not going to be enough. So the Canadians grab the lead with a steal of 1 in the first end. So good start for Canada and a much needed first point on the board, off and running after 1. So a steal of 1 for Canada on the board quickly. After a rather puzzling decision, facing 2, the Slovaks opting for a hit over the draw. It didn't work out. Canada will say, thank you very much. We'll take the point.
Yeah, I think so. We were just chatting, a little bit confused about that shot choice. Not sure what their thought process was. Definitely the draw was there. The back shot stone was peeking out behind the guard and could have got down on top of it.
Good job. 1288.
Mick Lismore, 34-year-old head coach for the Canadians, originally from London, Ontario, moved out to Alberta.
Okay.
There is the Slovak head coach, Franciszek Pitonak, brother of Dusan II, one of 4 Pitonak brothers, very much involved in wheelchair curling in Slovakia. This is Pitonak's 3rd Paralympic Winter Games as coach of the nation.
Good job, Mark.
Canada has never lost to Slovakia in Paralympic wheelchair curling. Just 2 previous meetings. A 9-5 win in South Korea, and then Sonia, you were part of a 16-0 win in Sochi, Canada over Slovakia.
Wow. You reminded me of something that I did not recall.
Taking no prisoners that day.
Apparently not. Trying to get in behind that corner guard. Didn't quite get there.
$14.5, you think?
I got 14 on that.
Halfway,
So
like,
like 14 and a half.
15? Like 15?
Okay.
Yeah, because yours is a little faster too.
Yeah.
So 14 and a half, 15.
Yeah.
A little faster, a little straight.
So Dennis gonna set up another guard here.
Hey, looks good, Dennis. Shot.
Hold on. That walk is quick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
14-6.
Yeah, that walk is quick.
Some conversation there between John and Dennis about Dennis's first stone. Perhaps a bit of a quicker stone.
Certainly notice an uptick in energy in the ice cube for the evening draws compared to the morning draws.
Okay.
Yeah, China's got lots of energy.
Yes.
8.5.
No doubt the most vocal team.
You can move it over.
Absolutely, I was just
Yeah,
going to say
offset.
that. It's nothing new from China.
9-1.
Dobre to bylo, pěkně. 9.
Yeah.
Knock the broom over, Dennis.
There's that line again. It's back. Knock the broom over.
I was just thinking that must be
Good to
exactly what Dennis needs to hear
Toss.
before his throw.
Beauty.
It's a great shot.
Sorry.
Good to good, we heard Mark say.
Hey.
8-6.
If you notice, Slovakia is still throwing with the extender head. Everyone on the team is using the extender head
Go.
and shorter sticks. That was a fabulous shot.
Go.
Right through the port. Shot rock Slovakia.
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. 8.5.
Difference between the extender head and the newer GTX head is you do have to put a handle on the stone when you're using the extender head, so still turning your wrist. Supinate or supinate, depending on the in-turn, out-turn.
Nice one, Ina.
Yep, baby.
Beauty.
Wow,
Through the port as well.
another great shot.
Okay, that's a
I
close.
almost fell off my chair. I had to lean so hard.
And then with the GTX head, it's just a straight push through. And it puts the rotation on the stone itself. You need to start the handle
Mine was coming the other way.
at around an 87-degree turn of the handle, start of the handle. Not quite 90, just before 90. Everyone's a little bit different just before 90 to get the proper rotation.
This time,
Did not quite get through there. A little tighter on the broom, perhaps. Some of the
Right on
positive,
center line.
some of the positive attributes of that GTX head is that
14 or 14 and a half. 14 and a half. 14 and a half.
the results are much more predictable. And there's less curl because of the amount of rotation that it can put on the stone. Just a little bit easier to read the ice. And it's going to throw up a guard here.
Good to just full line.
It's a great guard just outside the 12-foot.
That's a slower walking line. Good job.
first time in 6 games that Canada has not started with the hammer. So perhaps a different strategy as well. Maybe helping the team with a reset so far. They put the pressure on.
Yeah, definitely noticed they put the pressure on early on, as opposed to the last games.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, I had 13-4, but might have been a little off.
I like 14.
Okay.
Approaching it a little bit differently.
First of 2 from John Thurston.
Good to good.
Nice line, John.
Didn't have a lot of easy shots against South Korea earlier in the day.
That makes it a lot more difficult, actually.
Canada opting for the guard, protecting the 2 reds in the 4-foot. Are they thinking about the run back here, perhaps?
Yeah, I think you're right, Matt.
Chance at a double takeout, maybe, but tough shot.
Going at that middle yellow guard there.
Zatko throwing 4th stones for Slovakia.
And
gets 1 off of the
pretty
yellow.
good result.
One on the image. Oh, okay.
Okay.
What do you think?
Or do we just hit what's over?
I like it. And a half. It's your draw. Your draw to the button.
Can I have a touch more? I just want to touch that guard. $13 and a half?
Yeah.
13, 13 and a half around the tee line, 4 foot, 8 foot area.
It's really curling. Just. gets by.
Really good drop.
It's close for second shot rock, but it looks like the yellow is in there.
Certainly making it difficult for Slovakia to get anything in there. Team Canada playing a much more offensive style game right now.
Tough shot again for the Slovaks with the last stone, the second end. Have not been able to generate much offense against the Canadians so far. And a tough draw for one on the table. And it's going to be too strong. So the Canadians will pick up at least 1 point. Let me take a look at the 12-foot ring.
Does look like yellow is second shot.
I think it's just clearly one red.
You think so?
Yeah.
So a bit of a adjustment in tactics
Yeah, one red.
for Team Canada.
Okay. One red. One red.
Thus far seems to be paying off for them.
2 straight steals for the Canadians and a 2-0 lead in a crucial draw 11 against Slovakia.
Next you all going to.
Yeah, intern button.
Excuse me. So
Just
should
look really
their
close up
time
there.
be running
It looks
when
really close on the
their
screen, yeah.
last thrower is coming down the ice and it's not running?
Right there,
Yeah,
man.
if you can.
Early on in this one, Canada 2-0 over Slovakia, and the Canadians have a bit of swagger back, curling at 92% through the first 2 ends, and giving Slovakia a bit of a dose of its own medicine as the Slovaks stole 5 straight ends in their last win against South Korea. So far, the Canadians have taken the first 2 points via the steal.
Just a little bit lighter in weight, didn't quite come to center. Interesting that Slovakia starts all their stones with a very straight handle and then puts the turn on with that extender head. A little bit more of a difficult way of delivering the stone. Perhaps not always so accurate.
Same shot?
way did you want it, Mark?
13.
Think a little more, Ryan.
13.
Yeah, I think 1275 even, eh?
Okay. Like it.
Just needing a little more weight there on the outside, coming around the outside there. Mark's been really consistent with his draw weight. Mark's been in a chair now for 15 years after sustaining a C7 incomplete spinal cord injury from a helicopter crash. He was a helicopter pilot. Lives in London, Ontario with
Maybe his rocks.
Well, yeah.
his wife Laura, daughter Brooklyn, who loves to curl and plays lead. She's already in grade 11, I can't believe it. And Miles in grade 7. What I remember about Miles is he loves fishing and hunting for frogs. His wife Laura works with the school district in the community where they live.
12-6.
If you move it over, I'll...
Okay.
Like the chase.
Almost half, yeah, it's worth chasing.
I think 9.
9.
Yeah.
Going after the shot stone in the back.
It's gonna
the
it's gonna
brim over.
finish here, Dennis. So
Really like it, Dennis. Really
That
like
definitely is moving, isn't it?
it. Great throw.
For a big weight shot. Got some movement out of that, just like Mark anticipated.
Back to Dusan Pitonak. Arguably Slovakia, pardon me's top performances have come at the World Championships. They placed 4th a couple of times. Last time was back in 2015, and
make the same turn.
Dusan was part of that team.
Eight and a half. It'll finish a little bit, but it should run pretty good.
Knock the broom over, Dennis.
Another very warm day in Beijing as well. Plus 16 degrees Celsius today. On Thursday, they're expecting temperatures over 20 degrees Celsius, so a massive difference from the Olympic Winter Games just a few weeks ago, where it was very, very cold. And it'll be a challenge for ice maker Mark Callan to keep the playing surface in good shape.
Absolutely, that's a big difference in temperature change outside.
Our curling correspondent Devin Haru in the ice cube, saying it feels like a spring or summer games.
Yeah, 20 degrees.
Not bad for early March. He and the crew brought the winter jackets, but left them in the rooms.
I like the run.
It's a very, very good shot. Draw around the outside there and behind cover for Dusan Pitonak. Just getting by the red guard.
Ina Forrest off to a hot start in this game. Hasn't missed a shot yet, 100%. But a tough run back being called here.
Looking for some big weight there.
First of two from Ina Forrest.
Good throw.
Taking out that one yellow.
Not quite getting to the middle of the stone, but nevertheless clears the guard.
Doris has been playing wheelchair curling since 2008. Says he only knew curling from watching it on TV. Finally, a friend took him out to practice. And he said he's played some pool, some billiards in the past, and that helped him along. Elements that can be used in curling as well.
Definitely some same approaches to the game.
And the Slovaks
Should run pretty straight here, right? Just off nose, across the face.
with a bit more success here in the third end. Couple of rocks in the 8-foot ring.
Nice throw on.
That side of the sheet, running a little bit straighter than the other side, but the team's really managing it really well.
Second stone for the Slovak skip, Doris.
Two, I think.
Okay?
But I think there are two.
Yeah.
It's close, but it does look like
Okay.
their second shot.
8.5. 8.5.
Okay.
Looking for a hit and roll here.
Focus from Thurston.
Good to good, I had.
Okay.
Doesn't quite get to it.
8-9.
So the Slovaks are in business here in the third.
What did he say?
Good to good.
Good to good?
Yeah, we heard Mark good to good there, so perhaps just not enough ice. John hit the broom through the weight he was asked.
Čiže pôjdeme z tejto strany.
Peťo, alebo za ten guard by sme mohli hrať ešte.
John's
Asi to by
having
bolo. No dobre, poďme tam.
John's having such a great competition thus far, his first
Zagar.
Paralympic Games, but his third World Championship. Loves to be in a pressure situation. Very mentally tough.
So first of 2 stones from Zatko. Chance for Slovakia here to put some pressure on the Canadians for the first time in this game.
Really, really curling on that side of the sheet. Gets the guard in a good position.
Okay, I like it. Just had you good to good.
Okay. I was a little down too, eh?
Okay.
8-9.
8.5.
Going to make a play on this stone again. Other option is the draw.
There is that option too, but taking a second run at this and just adjusting the amount of weight he's throwing. Looks like he's taking the same ice, asking John to throw up a little more weight.
Hoping for a roll in.
And there we go.
Nice try.
Rolls to the 12-foot ring, so sets up a chance for 2 for the Slovaks.
Just rolls a little bit too far.
I didn't either. I thought you got more.
It's a Smedhound.
So a chance for a Slovakia deuce in the third.
Taking a wide, long way around there. Might be just down to that back one. It's a great shot.
And the hit for 2, taking the outside path. Hammer back to the Canadians. And now a tie game.
Got a little more curl out of yours.
Well,
I was a little bit more weight.
Lots of pressure in this game, and we're even after 3.
Good in pod.
What the hell?
Break. Hold up.
So the Canadians take the hammer into the 4th. 2 steals for Canada and then a deuce for Slovakia, cashing in on a couple of Canadian misses in that third end.
Pekne. 14-8. Here, boys.
I want to go there.
Yeah, winger. Probably
Should finish out.
13? 13.
Yeah. Even 12.75 at this round.
Yeah.
Mark throwing to the wing. Sounds like his first rock. Might be one that just travels a little bit slower, so John's suggesting put a little more weight to it, another half a second.
Just on.
Good start for the Canadians in terms of percentages, curling at 80%. In the last 2 losses against Sweden and South Korea, they've been in the 60s, 69 and 66% respectively. But the Slovaks not going down without a fight. Slovakia 66% so far in the game.
Monica going after that one on the wing, hoping for a hit and roll.
What do you feel about this one?
I still think that same 1275.
Yeah, I like
1275. Yeah. A little more, Ryan.
Mark looking to get in behind that yellow corner guard. Just needs a little more weight than he threw last time.
Looks good, Mark. Nice shot.
Really nice draw.
Exact same weight. 13.
Yeah, so it's.
Dennis confirming that Mark threw the exact same weight, so first stone maybe is just a little bit slower.
Po druhej strane.
There's a miss from the Slovaks.
An opportunity for Canada to put another one in on the other side.
What do they do? We rip, they chase probably, right?
What's that?
We're going to the corner.
I'm just thinking it through. If we rip, they chase. They hit the guard, then we split.
I can't hear you.
Just wondering about the peel. Let them try the chase. If they don't make it, then split.
What about the hit and roll?
Okay, like it.
8.5.
Some more discussion from the Canadians, something we haven't seen a lot of over the last 2 games.
Yeah, not so much over the last 2. A little more first few games. John has such a great way of suggesting another shot that they see from the other end.
A little bit.
Canadians
I like this roll.
flash as well, so the Slovaks get away with one.
What'd you think?
Mark.
And it is loud in the building tonight, and
Yeah.
that's also playing a factor in the communications. Tough to hear each other
Yeah,
at the ends of the ice.
needing to ask for what that feedback was, because with the noise, like you said, Matt, it's hard to hear. And it's so important to get that feedback from your skip, what they're seeing from the other end.
13?
Yep.
13?
Yep.
So now looking for a draw to the wing.
Good to just full. It's a good throw.
Nice weight, Dennis.
12.5.
Good. Good weight choice. I think it's getting a little heavier.
Slovakia looking to follow that draw down. Get on top of shot rock.
Doris taking part in his third Paralympic Winter Games. He's led Slovakia 9 times at world events, world championships as well.
Or not. Slovakia going after second shot. Not the shot that I thought that they were throwing.
So 13.
12.75.
I like 13.
1275.
12.75.
Yeah.
Lots of parity in this wheelchair curling competition. All 11 teams have at least 1 win. 3 teams have 4 wins. 7 teams have at least 3 wins. 10 of the 11 have at least 2 wins.
Yeah.
So those tiebreakers are looking like it's going to be a factor at some point.
Like the line,
Canadians, though, with a golden opportunity to stay ahead of the pack with a 5th win.
Tiebreakers are determined
Shot on.
first by head-to-head score and then looking at the last stone draws. So those last stone draws are so important. They can play a big factor in some of the decision making when there's tiebreakers.
And only 4 teams of the 11 make the semifinals. Hit and roll from Doris, grabbing part of the button. And partially undercover as well.
Yeah, partially undercover. It's a great shot.
How much can you see?
About 3/4.
Okay, if you move it off just a bit. 9.
Mark asking Ina to pull that
What's he gonna
stone
do here? I think it'll finish.
I think it'll finish here.
off the center line, closer to the 18-inch line. Get a better look at that back stone and a more direct line. Ina's gonna throw some big weight here.
Good to good, Ein.
It's always nice to hear that good to good.
Okay.
Priority number 1 is
Good weight at 8.8.
to get shot rock. And if you rub the guard, it's all good.
Prípadne, že tu ostanem.
Taking an extra opportunity to think this shot through.
Áno, podľa mňa idú take out.
Take it. I don't know.
drawing down to that back stone.
Zatko curling 58% so far.
One's curling a lot. Just kidding.
9-7.
Nose.
Do catch a bit of a
9.
break, the Canadians do, with the rollout.
Should curl up,
line
eh?
2.
Yeah. Dinah was good to good with more ice and it over curled.
Approaching the 4th end break.
Good shot.
Beauty shot by John.
Good shot. Good.
Last stone for Zatko.
Some enthusiastic Chinese fans.
Certainly.
10-3. Pekne, pekne.
So only an opportunity to score 1 for the Canadians in the 4th end.
Yeah, Slovakia doing their job, holding Team Canada to 1.
Same weight.
Yeah.
Hit and stick, and Canada will have the lead heading into the 5th.
Good shot, John. Atta boy.
Canadians seem to like it. Will it stay?
Really curled. I don't think John expected that.
Does stay
hung
around
on.
barely in the 12-foot ring
No, I got 8-9.
to score 1.
I wonder if my second one curls a little more.
Oh,
Because it snapped on me. Remember I had the wide one.
Couple of nervous moments. We've got ourselves a good one. Draw number 11 halfway through. Canada 3, Slovakia 2.
Some conversation there about John's second stone. Recalling what it did earlier. Seems to be curling more than his first. It's definitely something to take note of. Team Canada's getting really good at managing their rocks and noticing the different nuances. Although they have received help from the mixed doubles team from the Olympics. John and Rachel sharing some of their thoughts and notes from the rocks.
certainly don't be afraid to go when the moment arises, like we did in two. Yeah, absolutely. Be ready for a bit more speed after the mount. Otherwise, we stick with what we're doing here. Clock's good. We're holding the play, so that will bode well in the second half. Just keep doing what we're doing. Yeah.
Teraz čo oni za to zakázali, túto z boku?
To bolo dobre, hej.
No ale tam, že im to išli do kruhu určite.
Tak pôjdu teraz. Ale nie, musíme mať jeden corner guard, musíme mať teraz, hej. Na kraji, aby sme mohli za ňoho zajsť. Dobre.
Ja už som mal 3. Zabávate sa tam hore?
Zabávame sa, hej, zabávame.
All set for a very crucial second half. Canada with a slim lead, 3-2 over Slovakia. A couple of steals for the Canadians in the first two ends. Slovaks tie it up with the deuce. Canada picks up one in the fourth. In terms of body language, communication, Canadians showing a lot more pep in this game compared to the last two, but we heard Canadian coach Mick Lismore saying when there's an opportunity, you got to go for it.
Yeah, definitely seize the moment, seize the opportunity.
Canada plus 11% in terms of the percentages after four ends, 76-65. Idison 71% on his draws in this one.
Yeah, the draw percentage in this game so far for Team Canada is higher than their hits.
Here's the game's top curler so far, Monika Kukalova. Lots of experience for the 44-year-old, 7 World Championships, 2 Paralympic Winter Games. Once again, a veteran team that's seen a lot, and they are going to be tough to beat here in this one.
And Monica was the flag bearer at the opening ceremonies for Slovakia, along with one of the para-alpine skiers, Miroslava Harus. Mark just putting another draw into the house.
Draw, Mark.
Quite into the house. A tight guard. Looking to get something in behind that corner guard.
The Slovak lead, Kukulova, started in 2010, took up the sport in the Slovak capital of Bratislava, said she liked the complexity of the game when it comes to the strategy.
Great at it.
Often here curling referred to as chess on ice. Dennis Thiessen at 75% today.
It's a beauty. Nice throw.
It's a great shot coming wide around that top guard.
Got over to the side. I thought you were pretty well nosed, but when you get over this far over.
It's a bit more of a difficult shot way out there in the wings, coming around a guard. Didn't seem to cause Dennis a problem whatsoever.
Okay. Just a guard, eh?
Yeah.
Right here, just biting center.
Okay.
14 and a half. 14 and a half?
15 and a half.
15 and a half, is that what he said?
15 and a half?
Yeah.
14.
15's good.
15.
14 and a half, 15.
Okay.
Lightweight shot, 15, 14 and a half.
Yeah, just confirming with Mark, how tight does he want that to the rings? Sitting at the other end, it can be difficult seeing exactly how tight those stones are. "15 seconds between hog lines is going to give you a high guard, higher guard.
Okay, Dennis.
Perhaps not as high as this one, but that one will work,
16.
just like John said. Slovakia playing for the run back here.
Yeah, super.
And they've got it.
That worked out. A little bit of a different approach to their run backs, throwing considerably less weight than one might expect, but it's worked out for them.
Opportunity here, though, for the Canadians to hit and roll under cover.
8 and a half. I like 8 and a half.
8 and a half.
One did not want to come around there. Hung out.
Come back there.
Yeah, it just kind of floated out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some angst about that outside pathway.
Yeah. I think they certainly expected that to come back, but it did not that time.
13. 3.
Dobre. Malo dać mu zakrát. Pekne.
And Slovakia lying the 2.
What are you seeing? Just get rid of that. If we draw now, we're into it, eh?
Yeah. I've only got one. Should we take a run at it first?
I think maybe take a run at it. And then
We make this, let's make this double.
Well,
8.5.
Canadians hope to clear out the front of the house. Option to draw in as well and really try and force Slovakia.
Just kind of hooked it good to in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good weight on 8-6.
Pulled it hard though, eh?
Yeah.
Draw would have certainly put some more pressure on the Slovaks if it was in a good spot, of course. Canadians do take out the one guard.
Yeah, there was definitely an opportunity to choose the draw
That aggressive approach
on Ina's last stone. So we'll see what happens after
13.
this throw.
Okay.
Slovaks lying 3, and they do have the hammer. Large enough port there for Thurston to bring one into the house.
1275.
Good shot selection here.
Canada, though, in a bit of a danger zone here.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Chance to talk it over, realizing that this could be a pretty major turning point.
I have to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. What do you think? Yeah, how much can you see of this one?
If you go to one of them, they have to maybe lose their own.
What's that?
Well,
If you go to one of them, they have to lose them.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's what.
If we hit this one on the nose, we're shot. But we just hit.
I feel like nosing this back one right now. Try to sit shot. And you're gonna have a tough time hitting it. Like it's in a tough spot for them. So whatever we're gonna do to stick around, I think is important. So whatever weight, have we seen anything down this path?
It's gonna curl.
Gotta play the intern.
Yeah. I think.
You have enough of this other one to be able to hit it next time? Take it off the line?
Have to do like
I think if you take it off the line there and throw like a 9, 9.5
Like,
at it.
you can afford to give up 3. Like 2 is okay, but I think nosing this makes it tough for him because he could roll out and then you have a choice. Or you chase or you come around this side.
Okay.
I think whatever one, John, you feel more comfortable playing. Okay. Let's make this a
Okay. We'll wait.
on the tee line.
Yep.
Okay. John, this is John's first rock, right? So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big turning points in this game. What do you take away from that discussion, Sonia?
Yeah, I honestly thought that maybe they'd be throwing just a little less weight down to that back one, but they're opting for a big weight shot, take it out. And comfortable giving up some points here.
I heard one of the Canadians say, time to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah.
Saw the South Korean Jung, who was throwing 4 stones, do that a couple of times.
He did.
Yeah.
That was earlier in day 4. Really giving the Canadians a hard time in the early ends. But right now the Slovaks are in business.
Throw up.
Hoping to stick around, not the case.
No, not the case. Always the concern when you're throwing bigger weight like that is not sticking around. Of course, the goal is to hit it on the nose, so you do stick around, but
Slovakia sensing an opportunity.
yeah. Peter taking a few extra seconds. Get ready for this shot.
After his accident, Peter Zatko was involved in athletics for a couple of years, notably in shot put and in javelin. But met Monica Kukulova, the lead, and she led him into curling.
13-1.
And it is the Slovaks lying 3. 1 stone left for Canada.
13-1.
Another great draw by Peter, using the breath to get into the zone and throw his
That's what I like.
draw.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, or we could hit on this one over here. But
Yeah. Or here.
It looks tough, that hit. Yeah.
Or the wide intern.
John's been so consistent with his draws.
Okay.
I think that's all there for him, and he seems...
What do you like?
Whatever you're seeing the ice for. Whatever you know the ice for. Okay.
Right here. Back 4.
Okay.
Like 12.75.
Key last shot for Canada. Not an easy one for John Thurston, but important.
Yeah, choosing that outside path rather than...
There's a port there.
There's an intern draw. A little bit surprised why they're choosing
the wide option.
The wide option.
I got it, Marco.
Actually, the out-turn draw, sorry, through the port, but
too strong. First look, it looks like Slovakia still lying the 3. Canadians in trouble. Could be a four-ender here if Zatko can connect. Last stone in the fifth. Big opportunity for the Slovaks to jump ahead, already lying 3. Similar path. Small rub.
Oh man, and still gets down on top.
And it is going to be enough for 4. Big end for Slovakia. And a big smile for Peter Zatko. And the Slovaks have their first lead of the game, a 6-3 score. And the Canadians in the last 3 ends will have to try and find a way to come back.
It's one shot and that's it, right?
6-3 after 5. Slovakia in front.
Interesting shot selection there. Out-turn draw was definitely there, a wide open path. But Team Canada chose to go around the outside.
So into the 6th we go, and Slovakia, first big end in this game. It's now 6-3. Canadians had a 2-0 lead at one point. And Sonia, the Canadians seeming to be at their best when it's a low-scoring defensive game and they can put the pressure on Slovakia, but
yeah, for sure. Defensive style of play has always been a real strength of Team Canada's. And finding themselves playing a more offensive style game right now.
They will have to play some catch-up.
Good start, Marco.
Very key game for both these countries in terms of the standings to try and make the top 4. Win for Slovakia would be their 3rd in a row. They'd be 4-2, right in the mix. If Canada is unable to come back, they would be 4-3. And again, certainly in the mix, but there is a large pack of teams that are right behind the Canadians right now.
Yeah, it just would be making it a little bit harder on themselves.
But if all goes to plan for the Canadians, they will have the hammer in the 6th and the 8th. But little room for error.
I was just thinking the same thing. Still lots of opportunity left. If we play this end right.
Numbers now evening up, 69% to 66, Canada leading.
All right.
They were plus 11 just an end to go. So some costly misses, and Slovakia took advantage. And the Canadians haven't made it easy on themselves, have they?
No, they haven't. They've struggled a bit with a few of their shot choices and put themselves in difficult situations.
I like 9. Straight or rock, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Canadians are in a fight here.
Dennis throwing for a hit and roll here. It's got to get through a port.
Good to in.
A little bit inside. Hopefully he's got the weight to hang on. Not quite.
Sorry, I didn't do that.
9. Good weight.
Thinking,
Just 3 games to go for Canada after this one. Getting into the late stages of the round robin. Canadians scheduled to play Great Britain, Estonia, and Norway. All 3 of those teams
Still like hitting
in the
this one.
hunt.
Yeah. 9.
Still going after that top yellow stone. Guards out of the way now. A bit of an easier shot for Dennis.
Nice throw, Dennis.
Nice.
Good shot.
Looking for a roll here. It's a great shot.
Good spot.
Just poking out slightly the other side. Into third rocks. Slovaks have scored 6 of the last 7 points to take a 6-3 lead.
Vidíš ho skoro celý.
Taking a closer look at the shot selection from the other end. Can sometimes look a lot different when you get down to the other end.
Zakázku. Čo nám sa čo viac pozdáva? Čo? A čo sa nepozdáva Monika?
Hej, ako hrozí tam riziko.
Radoslav throwing an outside draw. Seen this path lots of times. Works out quite nice for them.
like nose or just high?
Now wait.
I like 9.
9?
9?
Yeah.
Big rocks for Ina Forrest coming up. From the Vernon Curling Club in BC. And gets that yellow that was in the 4-foot ring as well. Double takeout.
Key shot for Team Canada. Changes things quite a bit.
I was just thinking the Canadians need a shot. And
we
Ina
got
knows
it.
that's a big one.
Pretty happy about that shot, and so she should be.
Doris with his final stone and misses everything. Big break for the Canadians in the 6th, down by 3.
A big break. Time to capitalize on this opportunity. Get another one in the rings.
Well, we heard Mick Lismore saying
Yeah,
when
I like that.
opportunity presents, it's time to go for it.
Absolutely.
12.75. John Stroud of the button.
Saw this path on John's draw to the button, Mark says. 12.75. Timing of the stone between hog lines.
Good to good, Ian.
Starting to curl, rubbing on the guard, but still enough to lie 3.
It's good. It's good.
So it worked out really, really well. Had enough weight after the rub.
Well, that was probably top 4. Top 1.
So into 4 stones. Zatko and Thurston dead even at 70% apiece. Zatko 80% on draws. 60% on takeouts.
And looking for a roll in behind cover here.
And a chance to get Slovakia out of some trouble in the 6th. Nose hit.
Didn't quite get to the inside.
And also a jam at the back as well. Even the Canadians with 4th shot rock.
I think 9.
Okay.
You got to get across the face.
Canadians will try the same shot.
What's this rock do?
I think it finishes up.
Is there enough ice there for Thurston?
Yeah, we know this rock curls, so has he got enough ice?
We're about to find out. Key moments here in the 6th end. Getting the nose hit, avoiding the jam at the back. Canada lying 4. 1 stone left for Slovakia. So this is a pressure cooker for Zatko. Looking for a hit and roll. Again, trying to take away some Canadian points. Up weight shot, and it misses.
Just hit that one a little too thin.
So look at this. The Canadians a chance for 4.
In turn draw. 12.5?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge opportunity here.
Big opportunity, and we've seen John come down this path, so he knows it well. 1275 to T-line down this in-turn draw side.
Zatko did take out that stone biting on the 12-foot ring in the back 12. So at least limiting a bit of damage, but Canadians have a chance to score 4 right back. Last stone, 6th end. Thurston looking good. 12-foot, 8-foot, 4 points for Canada.
Great shot here. Our small contingent of Canadian fans up in the stands. Steve Dilkus, team doctor, and Shari Satriel, the physiotherapist, and perhaps a couple of other CPC staff up there.
Buckle up, we've got a good one. 7-6 Canada, off to the 7th. Well, we've had a little bit of everything in this so far. We've had some steals, and we've had a couple of 4-point ends as well. Slovakia striking first with 4 in the 5th. Canada answering right back with 4 of its own in the 6th. Slovaks have the hammer, and it's strategy time now.
Yeah, Team Canada needs to keep the pressure on.
Do you try and limit to 1 and have hammer in the 8th, tied at 7, or do you
Definitely slower.
Slow.
put the pressure on, try for a steal, and go up by 2? Tough call.
Yeah, tough call. I think coming back with the hammer is ideal. So holding them to 1 would be my preference. And Monica answers with a nice draw in behind our guard.
Yo.
She's been the Slovaks' best curler in this one.
Yeah, very consistent.
Like that?
A little less. Thinking 8.5.
Yep, like it.
hoping for the run back, but clearing the guard is
Curl up, baby. Curl
second.
up.
He's gonna
That's good, Mark.
move. Uncover that shot rock. Does the job.
Guard.
Chceš guard?
Corner guard, Monika, pred neho.
No shortage of entertainment value in this game. Back
No.
and forth, close all the way.
Pekne.
Another great shot by Monica. The guard.
Yeah. You don't have to move it off, probably.
Mark
Straighter
asking
rock.
Dennis to pull that rock off his center, get a better peek at shot rock. Dennis throwing the rock that runs a little straighter.
Good to in.
Ah, shoot. Ah.
Got over on that. Maybe see it curl a little bit too much.
Thank you.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Not allowed to remove that stone.
Dajme.
Great work from the camera crew at the Ice Cube, capturing the drama, the facial expressions. Slovakia appears to have called a timeout.
Lots of thinking going on here. Have an opportunity. They don't want to make the wrong choice.
No, akú variantu sme chceli hrať, že sme si postavili yard?
Dáme ešte jeden.
Ja neviem, ja by som stredne zakrýval.
Tak čipnúť, otvoriť to a dať ho do kruhu, ten A.
Zvonku, zvontra?
Nie. Akože ťuknúť do ňoho, nech ide tu na kraj a ten...
Do gardu? Čipnúť ten gard?
No, nie.
Je tento?
Kameň, lebo vidíš, oni streľali po ňom, oni idú po ňom. Hej?
Čiže môžeme to dať
Takže dročka až dovnútra, ne?
Hej, a nech máme dva kamene v kruhu.
Nebudeme zdvojovať ten gard, lebo oni to budú otvárať, to strieľať.
No, a to však nestrieľajú, my máme hamer.
Máme, ale...
A už budeme mať dva kamene v kruhu.
Okay.
Ho trafíme...
Lebo oni nám
Takže k tomu zadnému, hej?
Hej.
Hej,
a keby bolo zle, že...
Of course, we
Ako posunúť ten, nie? Či?
Nie, tento.
Tento?
can't understand what they're saying, but
My Slovak isn't great.
no, but by the facial expressions, it kind of looked like Radoslav was thinking something different than the coach was thinking.
Franciszek Pitonak, the brother of Dusan, the second. Did look like he was trying
Keby
to
si bol uši,
talk
možno ten split zahráme. Uvidíme.
Duras into something.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And there is the brother, Dusan. One of 4 Pitonak brothers, all involved in wheelchair curling and able-bodied curling.
Decision was to draw. Set up a
13-6.
not quite that was not the decision. Looking for something in the top
Get rid of
12.
that. Well,
Over on the other side of center.
well, we can chase.
Yeah.
We can chase that, and we get
Yeah.
rid of that.
What weight?
8.5.
Eight and a half.
Yeah.
Knock the broom over, Dennis. Nice toss.
Rubs on the guard.
Unlucky on that. Really good
Thought
throw.
they had it. That's a tough break for the Canadians.
Didn't expect to see that one curl. They were all a little bit surprised.
Second stone for Pitonak.
To si sa teraz rozmáchol.
Slovakia led 6-3 after the 5th end. Canadians came back with 4, but the Slovaks again with the hammer, applying pressure.
Dennis has curled a little bit here.
Okay.
A little bit more room this time with that guard nudged
Thought he
over.
threw it well.
Yeah, Mark just giving a little bit more ice after seeing what Dennis's hit did.
Another couple of key shots for Ina Forrest.
Yeah, looking to move some yellow granite.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Really
this is going to be really good.
Canadians again like it and
Good shot,
Good
Ina.
shot.
take out the 1.
Really good.
866.
If Team Canada can hold Slovakia to 1, be in good shape coming home with the hammer.
Ina had that great double an end to go and was a couple of centimeters away from another one there. First of 2 from Duris. Rolls to the 12-foot ring again. The Slovaks lying 2.
Yeah, rolls under cover.
Same
A
weight.
lot of cover
Same
over
weight?
there.
How much do you have? Like
3/4?
Okay.
Need pinpoint precision on this.
They're liking that 8.5 second hit.
Big rock here, 7th end, 1-point game. Does it have enough curl?
Throw in.
Good throw.
A hit and roll out.
Exactly a little more, was it?
Shot 8-4.
And what did I throw last time?
Enough to do the job.
Yeah, enough to make that one go away. Forcing Slovakia to draw, although he just threw this shot.
This one coming up short, well
Yeah.
short, but a promotion. So
certainly worked out.
They get it done to
for
line
him.
2. Not exactly what he had in mind.
Not happy with himself, but
Could
Don't
be
love
worse.
This situation. No.
What's that, John?
I can only see like half of that. So. Half of.
I think we should.
What are you looking at?
I'm thinking this. Just this double.
Yeah,
But then we only have one rock.
we only got one rock left then.
Or we come under.
Yeah.
I think we come under.
Okay.
Well, John
You like
and
that?
company
Yeah.
Okay.
seem to prefer the second option.
1275.
yeah, some good discussion from the front end. John's much more comfortable with the draw here. Seems like the right time to make this choice.
Thurston 79% on draws in this game. This will be his 7th attempt. You can just see the faces tense up at that first suggestion. Canadians talk it over.
Can be a little scary sitting down in the house as the skip, seeing all this yellow, thinking, it's time to get rid of some of this, but also a great path open for a draw, and didn't quite get talked in there, but great weight.
Two shots for Zatko. And there is an opportunity to score multiple points here. But he will need to make a couple.
Peter choosing a little lower weight hit than what we see Team Canada throwing. But has worked out for him many times this game.
First of 2, nose hit. Slovakia lying 3, and a couple buried.
And worked out for him there again.
Did you throw from center?
Another big rock here.
Did you throw from center?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Key for Thurston to try and stick around with his final stone.
Yeah, definitely need this one to stick around.
Big shot. Last rock for Canada in the 7th. Here comes the curl. Does stick around, biting on the 4-foot ring, but that's an open hit and a chance for 3. You can cut the tension with a knife.
Can you ever?
Peter Zacko realizes that this could be a very key moment in the game. It's a makeable shot.
Wide open for him. Really using the breath to get in the zone and throw this key shot.
Last stone, and he's got it. And Slovakia jumps ahead again with 1 end to go. 9-7. The Canadians will need a little bit of late magic to try and extend or win this game.
Back to work.
Back to work. Off to the 8th with Slovakia up 2. Big end for the Slovaks as they jump in front. Key game. Canada down by 2. And time could be an issue as well, as the Canadians with less than 5 minutes to go of playing time. Slovakia has 10 minutes.
It's quite a bit big difference between the two teams.
And if Canadians run out of time, it will be a Slovak victory.
Yeah, definitely need to pay attention to that, especially in an end when you
14 and a half, eh?
potentially will be throwing more draws, using up more time. Canada has to score their 2 here. At least look to going into an extra end.
Kukalova quietly putting together a strong game. 80% top curler between both countries.
Putting the pressure on, just throwing her first 2 stones into the rings.
More.
Told that the Canadians are aware of the tight timing, but lots of guards, lots of draws, so the decision should come pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
But it could get tight.
Slovakia just wanting to get rid of anything that's red in the house.
Win for the Slovaks will be big in terms of their hopes to make the semi-final for the first time in the country's history.
Pekne.
What weight?
I think 9.5.
Okay. That should be good broom. Straight or wrong?
Yeah.
Off the broom over Dennis.
Dennis looking for a hit and roll in behind the corner guard.
Time there reads 3:30.
Bit. Nice shot. Shot done.
Nice roll under cover. It's a great shot by Dennis.
Contento, al tirare.
Okay. Great throw.
Tense moments on both sides.
Oh.
Pitanak comes through.
Slovakia throws those
Same weight, 9.5. I liked it.
10 hit weight shots, 10 seconds, really well. Keeping their rocks around, but removing the opponent's stones. As opposed to throwing some bigger weight shots and rolling out when you don't want to.
Very key eighth end here.
It's curling. Nice shot, Dennis.
Rolls into the 8-foot ring.
Nice weight, 9.6.
A win for the Canadians here, if they can come back, would really take a lot of pressure off in terms of the standings. A 5th win. However, a 3rd loss, that would really amp up the pressure for the last 3 games. Canada would likely have to win all 3 to be guaranteed a spot in the top 4.
Yeah, they'd be putting a lot of pressure on themselves.
Such a great start, but the going has gotten rough over the last couple of games.
Okay.
And right now the Slovaks have not missed and are going to make it tough for Canada to score 2.
Ready?
Canadians need a miss at some point.
12.75. 12.5.
Yeah, a little bit tough when you're hoping for a miss from the other team. Not the best strategy.
4 rocks left for Canada in the 8th end. No room for error and looking for a little help.
Yeah, it's gonna finish up. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there.
Shot on.
Shot on.
Shot.
3rd shot stone. Or check that, that's close. Might be second.
Yeah, set looks like it might be its second. Yeah.
You've got the keen eye. I need to get mine checked.
Pekne, Radko. Stoj. Pekne.
And then another hit. And Canada running out of rocks.
Radoslav curling really well. course, we've seen lots of stuff go down that side, so that shot did not cause him a problem at all. Slovakia is certainly putting the pressure on.
Canadians hoping for a hit and roll under cover with Ina Forrest last rock. Here comes the curl. And it didn't quite get there. But
Not
it
quite,
does stay around.
Yeah, still in for a second shot.
Ina takes a look at the clock.
Rachel.
Alebo tak. Áno. To je lepšie.
Peter Zatko has been good, especially in the second half of the game under some pressure.
Yeah.
Až nakrijker uhol.
Made a change of call there, and Peter agreed. Just saw Radoslav come down that side.
Trying to get rid of that guard there, opening up. The lone red.
This is your straighter rock?
Yeah.
9?
Less than 2 minutes.
Throwing a 9-second hit here. Really need this rock to stick around.
First of 2 from John.
Shot, John.
Does stick around. And now Canada lying 2. That miss from Zatko on the first, right now looming large.
It's a great shot from John, giving Team Canada the opportunity they're looking for.
Last rock for the Slovaks in the 8th. Big time pressure.
Just hung on there.
There is a chance for Canada to draw for a tie.
12.75? 12.75?
Yeah.
In desperate need of a deuce.
We've seen John throw this shot a few times this game. He knows the line, he knows the weight.
Anything in the 8-foot ring, full 8, and we're off to an extra.
And he wants to be the guy who's under pressure. That's where he does his best work. So Team Canada's in good hands right now with John throwing his last
nice line
draw.
Canadians like it out of the release. Last stone, 8th end, Canada trying for a tie and to force an extra.
It's got to move.
It's going to come up short.
One red.
And it's not enough. The Slovaks hang on.
Good game.
Thank you. Good
Heartbreak for the Canadians.
That is a tough break. Tough heartache.
Coming down to the last rock, and it just comes up short.
Good game. Good luck.
3 games left for Canada.
John needing some time to process that.
And the Slovaks, full of joy, barely hanging on. A 9-8 win. Slovakia has won 3 in a row. Canadians have dropped 3 straight and are 4-3 with 3 games left.
Definitely a happy Slovakia team. They should be very proud of their performance. Monica curling really well, the top curler of the game. A tough loss for Team Canada, but always important to lose with grace.
So 3 games to go for the Canadians. And there will be a lot of pressure in all 3. Great Britain, Estonia, and Norway. 2 games on day 5. As Canada now 4-3 in a tie with Latvia for the 4th and final semifinal spot. It is going to be a very interesting last couple of games. Sweden off and running, top spot. China in there as well after a slow start. They've rattled off a couple of wins in a row. So 2 games tomorrow and 1 on day 6. Time to regroup for the Canadians. A 9-8 loss to Slovakia in heartbreaking fashion, but still time and still destiny in their own hands. Next Canada game, 1:35 a.m. early Wednesday morning. We'll see you then.